What's up, guys? My name is Brandon Ball. Welcome back to another Marketing Monday. Every Monday on this channel, I come on and give tips and tricks and hints and things that are going on in the marketing world that you should be aware of. So today we're talking about why your competitors may be ranking higher than you in Google search and specifically in Google Maps. So if someone searches insurance near me or food near me or emergency electrician or whatever it is that you do, those three businesses that pop up, we call them the map pack or the pack three. Those businesses, why you're not ranking there, and things you can do to offset those to potentially bump you up into that. So the first step is, do you have a Google My Business page? If you don't, then there's no possible way you're ever going to show up there. So that would be my first thing, is ensure you have it, claim it, make sure you have access to it, and then build it. So that is something that I can walk you through or teach you how to do, building that Google My Business page, adding your products and services, adding your business title and photos and that kind of thing, building that page out, fully optimizing it. So how to fully optimize it? Basically, Google has an algorithm that it uses. So this algorithm is constantly changing and evolving. As you know, when COVID hit, the algorithm started to incorporate COVID updates. Now, as COVID hopefully starts to fade out, those algorithms are constantly changing again. So I'm going to go over some of the basics of how it works. But again, there's no like one thing fits all. There's not one thing you can do to make sure you fit here. It's all going to be kind of dependent on a few key factors. So the first key factor is going to be location and proximity. So what I mean by that is, if you're in, let's say, Cincinnati, and you type in garage door near me, you're likely not going to have a competitor on the outskirts of Cincinnati if you're smack dab in the middle of the city. So being in proximity to where the search is happening is going to be a key factor for you. So maybe your target market is 30-mile radius of your business, or maybe it's 50-mile radius of your business, or whatever it is. You want to find that local search radius and then find your competitors within there. So that's going to be your number one thing, is just the location and the proximity to where it's going to be. So that's not one that we can really control too much, but note that that's included in that algorithm. The number two factor is going to be your business category. So this is, if you're an electrician, if you're a lawyer, if you're a garage door company, or a restaurant, or whatever it is, that's your main category. So this is going to be if someone searches Indian food near me and your category is Indian food, well, now that you are that main category. So that's going to be the biggest thing. But additionally, Google gives you the opportunity to build out additional categories. Now, most people are going to be like, oh, additional categories, I'm going to put that I do this, and this, and this. Well, if you don't do those things, Google will actually flag you and suspend your page. So you got to be a little careful. We don't want to just bombard it with all these different categories so we start showing up. We want to choose, I would recommend one main category, obviously, and then 2 to 3 additional categories that you could be searched for. Maybe for if you, if you're a lawyer and you do family lawyer, divorce lawyer, and then maybe just lawyer in general. So you can have 3 categories there and then a main category. So, but I wouldn't get too complicated, keep it simple, but these business categories are a great way to include some keywording into your search or into your page. The next thing is going to be your business title. So this needs to, according to Google's guidelines, directly reflect your business name. So like my business name is Perpetual Motion. That doesn't really reflect, like I do marketing, consulting, it doesn't really reflect that. Now my motto does, and you'll understand that. If you know anything about my business, you get it. But just on the front page, if someone searches marketing consultant and sees Perpetual Motion, there's not going to be a connection there that they're going to know if they don't know me, which is fine because it's sentimental to me and I wanted to know that. But your business title, if you can incorporate keywords into your name, that's going to be ideal. Like if you have a garage door business and you do the Door Guys, that's actually a business that incorporates door into the name. So any opportunity you have there, to do that will help you in your SEO and in those search results because your keywords are built in your title. So sometimes there is a way to kind of offset if you have a competitor. Let's say that you're showing up as the fourth, fifth type search result in your local area. Maybe the guy that's showing up second or third, or the business that's showing up second or third, they may be keyword spamming their title. So let's say their business is, let's say it's me let's say I'm the one spamming, and it's Perpetual Motion, and then it goes and says, in my title, it lists my categories basically. Maybe I say Perpetual Motion, consulting, marketing, website design, full SEO, whatever you want to word here, but that's all built in my title. Well, you let's say you're a competitor, you can actually flag those businesses and tell Google, hey, this guy is spamming his title. This isn't actually what it is. So if we can get that, it may bump him down by changing his name or her name or its name, the business name. It may bump them back down, and you have an opportunity to fill that void in that map pack. So it is time consuming to go through and flag any of those or to search. If you know for a fact one of your competitors is doing this, or scamming the system or cheating the system, you can flag it if Google hasn't already caught it. So like I said, it is pretty time consuming. It can be pretty time consuming, but it is an opportunity for you to bump up a spot in local search. So the number 4 thing I want to talk about is external links. This is going to be anywhere that your website URL shows up outside of your website. So this could be things like your social medias, Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn, those places that have your website built into it. It could be things like blog posts. If you've got them out on other, if you write an article and incorporate your website, your link, your URL link in your blog, and that blog gets posted on on a different site. So it could be the Chamber of Commerce. If you're a member of the local chamber and you have your website built on it, it's anywhere that your URL is showing outside of your website. So this is a major, major thing. Google takes all this into account, and the more that we call them backlinks, the more backlinks you have, the better opportunity, the higher your ranking is going to be. So you have an opportunity. If you're ranking lower than a competitor, it may just be because they have more external links. So the more content you create, the more profiles you create, it's going to be an opportunity there. So I'll do a video down the road specifically just on external links because it is a very important thing for your local search. So the second to last one I want to talk about, number 5 here, what I want to talk about is reviews. So reviews are something I've harped on before. They're absolutely vital to your business because people look at them. The average person looks at 7 reviews before they decide to do business with a company. Google is the number 1 place they're looking at, and then obviously they're looking at your Facebook page as well. So if you have reviews on those 2 places, eventually if you have them on Facebook, Google will actually, once you build enough SEO, Google will actually pull your Facebook reviews into your Google page. But that does take a little time, and you can't manually do that. It just has to be something that happens organically. So the more reviews you get, there's 2 things with reviews that Google looks at. They look at how many reviews you have, and then obviously they look at the rating of the stars. So let's say your competitor has 50 reviews and you have 10 reviews. Everything else is the same, but their reviews, they have more reviews. They're going to be in place of you if everything else is the same. Now that's not actually possible, but that's one way. So as far as your reviews go, it's just something you have to ask for them. I mean, it's uncomfortable to ask for reviews, but you need to ask for reviews. I think it's like 78% of people will write a review if you just ask them to do it. So, getting your email chain or doing something like we have a client of ours that is a hair salon, and we gave them opportunity to scan a barcode while their kid's getting a haircut. Say, hey, you're just sitting there on your phone waiting for your kid to get done with its haircut. Why don't you leave us a review? And it boosted their reviews because people will do it if you ask for it and make it easy on them. So if you have any questions on reviews, you can always reach out there. But the more reviews you get and the higher ranking, that's going to be the 2 main things that Google looks at. And then in addition to that, as long as you are replying to your reviews, you should be good. So that is a good thing to note there. You do have to reply to all of your reviews, not just the good ones, not just the bad ones, but all of them. And even if it's just a rating, if they don't type anything, they just give you a rating, you still have to reply to that. So just understand that and make sure you're taking the time that when you're touching your Google My Business page, you're replying to your reviews. That's one of the things you build in. Okay, so lastly, the very last thing I want to talk about today as far as why your competitors may be ranking higher than you is because your website speed. So this is something that Google has more recently taken into consideration. The trends that we are seeing in the market is that consumers are, they need things now. So the faster your website speed is, the higher Google's going to rank you. So there's an opportunity that if your website is very slow, that Google's ranking your competitors higher than you. So we check all of our clients, all of the people that I work with, I always check their website speed on desktop and on mobile, because mobile, it's like almost 68%, 70% of people look at the websites on mobile, search on mobile versus desktop. So we're seeing that trend come up, and we're seeing the speed of websites become more and more necessary. So it's a great way to check these. I will link it in the description below, but it's called Google Page Speed Insights. And all you do is just drop your URL into this page, give it a few seconds to kind of work, and then it'll pull up your desktop speed, your mobile speed, and then give you some additional information for you to look through there. So it's a great resource. Like I said, I use it on every single one of our, all of our clients, and then all of our prospective clients. If I'm going to go into a sales, pitch with somebody, I'm going to look their website speed up first, because it's such an important thing that Google is taking into consideration now. And I think it will continue to grow in importance as we continue to see those trends lean towards speed. So with that, I'll wrap the video up there. I hope you guys got something from it. If you want to see more of these videos, hit the subscribe button below, hit the little bell next to it. You'll be notified when new videos get released. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop it a like, and I will see you guys next week.